Welcome to Life Orientation Grade 10. Now, life orientation may be a subject we're all familiar with, but let's dive a little bit deeper and do a quick recap as to what life orientation is. Life orientation is the study of the self in relation to others and to society. It applies a holistic approach. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is holistic? At a glance, a holistic approach means providing support that looks at the whole person, not just their mental health needs. The support should also consider their physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being. In our welcome lesson, we'll be explaining the syllabus and the community service task. A syllabus serves to outline the basic elements of a course, including what topics will be covered, whilst community service is voluntary work intended to help people in a particular area. Our first topic we'll be covering is the development of the self in society. This will be broken up into subtopics being self-awareness, self-image, and self-development. Power relations, and gender roles will be another unit or subtopic we'll be covering. Value of participation in exercise programs, life roles, nature and responsibilities, changes toward adulthood, decision-making regarding sexuality, and finally, recreational and emotional health. The next topic we'll be looking at is social and environmental responsibility. Contemporary social issues that impact negatively on local and global communities, and social skills and responsibilities to participate in civic life. We'll then be moving over to our third topic, democracy and human rights. We'll first be looking at diversity, discrimination, human rights and violations, national and international instruments and conventions, major religions, ethical traditions and or religious laws of major religions in South Africa, Indigenous belief systems in South Africa, and finally, bias and unfair practices in sport. The next topic we'll be looking at is careers and career choices. This will hopefully help guide you make the right decisions after school. We'll be looking at subjects, career fields, and study choices. This will allow your decision-making skills to be enhanced. We'll also be looking at socio-economic factors, diversity in jobs, opportunities within career fields, trends and demands in the job market, and finally, the need for lifelong learning. To help prepare us for any upcoming exams, whether it being in school or at university, we'll be looking at study skills. Study skills and study methods, the process of an assessment internally and externally, as well as an annual study plan that can benefit you for the future. Another important topic that we have in life orientation is physical education. We'll be looking at physical fitness, such as programs to promote well-being, skills in the playground, and community and Indigenous games, environmental responsible outdoor, recreational group or individual activities, skills in traditional and or non-traditional sports, as well as safety issues. All of the content taught throughout the year will assess with your marks needed to complete your content for the 2023 academic year. Some of you may be wondering, what formal assessment tasks do I need to focus on to make sure Life Orientation 2023 is a successful one? You'll have 2 internal tasks. These 2 internal tasks are based on content subtopics, each worth 100 marks. So for example, this includes a research report, test, case study, oral or class presentation, exhibition, personal branding task, and descriptive essays. Another formal assessment task includes your physical education task, also known as PET. It's a long-term program accompanied by a substantial written response, also known as a reflective report. Another assessment that is vital in completing your life orientation syllabus is your community service task. Community service means voluntary involvement in the greater community and does not include service to the school. This means that you will have to volunteer for 20 hours and write a reflection piece. The written reflection piece should focus on personal growth, challenges associated with the task, and remediation. You will be credited with 2 marks per 1 hour of community service completed. So for example, 5 hours of community service equates to 10 marks. 20 hours of community service equates to 40 marks. Where possible, outside organizations facilitating community service should provide you as the learner with a letterhead and stamped certificate of completion outlining what you have done and the total number of hours completed. No service hours may be given in place of donations. You may take photographs or videos of yourself when completing your community service work for verification. Some examples of a community service task that you can endure include support services. This means making food to be distributed to the needy, management and collection of needed goods, personal baking for the community partnership, tutoring of learners in communities of need. This can include online or virtual tutoring. Another type of service you may do during your community service task is that of an ongoing service. This includes visiting children's homes, outreach services, literacy and numeracy training, volunteering at the SPCA, soup kitchens, police stations, hospitals, retirement homes, just to name a few. Other ideas include completing projects. These can be done in residential services, outreach programs, Habitat for Humanity, fundraising initiatives, service projects, holiday projects in disadvantaged areas, or physical rehabilitation, just to name a few as well. Here are some suggested support service activities and the allocated times included. You can knit some squares, which equates to 1 hour. Food preparation, such as meal in a bag, Santa shoe boxes, but you must remember that you may only claim 2 hours per year for this. You could also knit a scarf or beanie, or make some eco bricks with bottles weighing a minimum of 600 grams. You could even make board games for NGOs and community centers, even crackers. But again, please take note of the amount of hours you may claim for this, being 2 only for the year. Your last formal assessment task is known as a Common Assessment Task, also known as CAT. This comprises of 2 sections, Part A and Part B. Part A is a task that consists of short questions and a longer response item, whereas Part B is a written assessment on a predetermined date under controlled conditions. This is 2 hours in length and is a mark out of 70. The task includes both short questions and a descriptive essay. Remember, all the topics that we'll be covering helps you become a better version of yourself. So, my question is, which topic excites you? How do you feel about volunteering to help your community? Volunteering is a selfless act. It can be incredibly beneficial to your overall well-being. We really hope that you enjoy the life orientation lessons set out ahead for the 2023 academic year.